My Naija people, wetin dey happen? Wetin dey happen? Wetin dey happen? I mean, una dey see wetin dey happen for dis country. As in, you guys read news, you see things on the media. I mean, what's your take? Wetin you really dey imagine say e dey happen for Naija? Now, the issue wey I wan talk about now, one very important issue wey affect everybody. E affect civil servant, e affect the labor union, e affect the economy generally, e even affect the politics, because whatever affect the economy affect the politics. Now, look at this issue. I don dey talk about this thing tey, but it's like we are not making any sense to some persons. Though I'm not a politician, whether you're supporting Buhari or you are for PDP or you are for APC, I don't care, because as masses, we are not supposed to have political parties. And that's one big problem I'm making in Nigeria. These are not supposed to be politicians. We are not supposed to take side with any political party. We are supposed to go home, do our work, your homework, do assessment. This person coming, what are his antecedents? What does he have to offer economically, politically, socially, and what have you? So we are supposed to be the examiners as the electorate. So when during 2015, prior in a countdown to the 2015 elections, I was like telling some people, I don't see Buhari as a person that can take Nigeria to that place Nigeria deserves to be. But I was not listened to. A lot of people were so much in love with him, with his what do you call it, integrity and all that. So he is the fine and good. They brought him to office. Today, I can tell you with facts, with figures, we are in a mess. We are not just heading to a failed state. In fact, we are heading to an economic disaster. Now, this is what is on ground now. Buhari came to power. What I expected him to do, because I've been doing my own parts from my own research, because one person cannot steer the ship. You need advice from well-meaning Nigerians, intellectuals, people who have one or two opinions to add. You can go to, that is why social media is useful, is to x-ray national conscience. There's what we call national conscience. But it's like this government don't seem to understand some of these things. There's what we call national conscience. National conscience is some persons have opinion. They cannot go to Aso Rock to sit with the president one-on-one. So they air their opinions through the media. And that is what some of us have been doing. But we are seen as people who hate Buhari, and so on and so forth. But where has Buhari taken the country? Now, let me tell you the facts that are risen on the media, which is disheartening to the economy, disheartening to everybody. Now, we're talking about NNPC, Nigeria's oil industry. There is a mess that is on ground, that some persons still don't know the facts that is coming out of NNPC. Now, we are subsidizing fuel at 94 naira per liter. 94 naira per liter. That is what we are spending daily to subsidize fuel. We are told that the country's consumption, daily consumption, or the amount of liters of fuel that is lifted by trucks coming from abroad is 103 million. 103 million is what we are lifting, we are distributing every day in Nigeria. Now, if you calculate that figures, if you do your mathematics very well, you consult your mathematical devices, what you are going to get is 9.68 billion per day. 9.68 billion per day. Meaning it's even increasing. It wasn't up to this amount before, as at last month. It's increasing. Well, I don't know whether they are changing figures or whatever it may be, but it's still not far from truth. 9.68 billion naira per day is what we are spending to subsidize fuel. Now, if you calculate that in a month, in 30 days, you're getting over 260 billion. 260 billion naira. That is what Nigeria is spending on on monthly basis to subsidize fuel. Now, if you ask me, what is the statutory monetary allocation going accrual to states? What is the statutory monetary allocation accrual to the local government and then the federal government, the 3 tiers of government? What is coming to states is not even up to 300 billion. Before they will not share to 36 places according to the revenue sharing formula of FAC's revenue sharing formula. Now, if you look at this figure, 256 billion we are spending on daily basis to subsidize fuel. Now, how much do we have that we're going to use to give to states as allocation? How much is left? Meaning, what we are using now to subsidize fuel is what we are supposed to give to states as allocation. So, meaning in the coming months, Nigeria will be out of allocation. The 36 states will be out of allocation. The local governments will be out of allocation. Now, the borrowing we are doing is not even part of this, because we are borrowing according to them to fund infrastructure, fund railway and some other things. Now, if we have borrowed this month 2-point-something billion or whatever it is, or 2-point-something trillion as the case may be, next month we are going to borrow again. Then we keep borrowing on monthly basis just to pay salaries. Where does that happen? That is the worst economic strategy in the world I've come across. Borrowing to foot recurrent expenditure, borrowing to pay salaries. That is the worst economic strategy I've seen in the world. It's a disaster. Now, in developed societies, this is enough reason, this is a good reason for the president to just just do us a candid favor. Hand over, is either you hand over to your quiet vice or you hand over to anybody at all you feel has a better strategic intelligence to govern the economy, because we are in an economic mess. Even the security mess is not even up to the economic mess that I'm seeing. From an economic point of view, 256 billion on monthly basis for a country that cannot even generate up to $3 billion in a month. What we are making from crude oil on monthly basis, because oil is going down every day. What we are making from oil now is not even up to $3 billion. Now, Buhari, economic whatever, is spending 256 billion to food subsidy. Where are we going? Now, if this continue, definitely these agitations we are hearing, Akwa Ibom wants their own country, Biafra wants their own country, Boko Haram is hoisting flag, the banditry, Oduduwa Republic and all that you are hearing will just be a tip of the iceberg. What brings about civil war is there are things like this. By the time you are totally shut out of funds to run the economy, the people will come out. It doesn't matter whether you are carrying gun that time, because the only power you have now is that the security men are carrying gun while the civilians are not armed. So anything that will make civilians to start, don't even think about adding 1 naira to the fuel price. If you try, the whole country will come out. Well, I'm not part of the politics. I'm not a politician, and I want to remain out of everything that has to do with Buhari's government. Mine is to air my views based on what I've seen, and that is mine. So please, if what is on ground make any sense to you, if what is on ground makes any sense to you, it is just in order for Buhari to hand over to somebody who can solve the mathematics. God bless you.